So for this video, we're going to talk about acting on inspiration and why you should basically act fast, like closing and decreasing the gap between thought and action, basically. The reason is obvious. When you shelve a project or when you shelve an idea for too long, you kind of lose that sort of initial spark that you had in the beginning to want to actually accomplish it. Very, very simple reasoning, but I feel like most of the time, like I have so many projects and ideas that I've just left on the shelf for so long that I don't know whether or not I'm going to actually get to it. But I want to still get to it. But the issue is I keep having ideas that come up that are new. And should I prioritize the new ideas because, act fast on inspiration, right? And then do those things. But like if new ideas come up, should I then prioritize that? It's a little bit of a weird question, or like a question that doesn't have a great answer. I'm curious about your guys' opinions in the comments. But for this one, I was thinking about just the best solution possible for this. And what I'm thinking of is just to decrease the friction as well as the process of what you're thinking about. The way I sort of see it is, there's something called MVP, right? I'm sure a lot of people know what that means. It's minimal viable product. And it's like just trying to create the easiest version of whatever you're thinking of possible. So for instance, if I have like a video idea, then I shouldn't try to make that video idea too hard to do by like adding too many like B-roll shots in my in the vision of the video, or adding too much like things where I have no choice but to interact with certain people. I can make it simple like this one, where all I need to do is talk to the camera. Like, I don't necessarily need to edit it either. I know it's not going to be a great video, but at the very least, I'll get my idea out there. I'll get to express what I want. And this is sort of what I'm doing right now because I have had a lot of video ideas on a list of a stack, basically, for a while of ideas I wanted to get to and talk about. But I just did not touch it for like a good year or two. And now it's kind of just like there, and I'm like, man, I don't know what exactly I was going to say about it, but I should have instantaneously wrote down all my thoughts on it beforehand, like the moment I thought of it, and then like from there just like create a video like this one. And if it's really an idea that is worth like pursuing further, I feel like I'll still have that itch, and I'll still feel like, okay, there needs to be more to this project, more to this idea, or like maybe the reception of people, like they think this is a good idea or a good concept to talk about more, like, and then from there I can like develop it even further. That's sort of the best solution I've come up with as of this moment. So when it comes to like YouTube, for instance, like just doing that instantly is doing this process instantly is the best I can do. But when it comes to something like, let's say, music, something a bit more artistic, usually what I do is I record like a melody I came up with or a chord progression I find like awesome. Like I record those and then put it in a stack of ideas to do. And a lot of those, actually, same issue, are just in a stack, in a shelf somewhere. And I haven't gotten around to it quite yet. And that's one of the reasons why I started the whole like make an original music piece every 3 days, because I feel like for those things I could just like knock them out pretty quickly. And if the idea is like good enough and I'm like, dang, I sort of feel like I should have developed that further, then I can, because it's I still have the freedom to do so. So that's sort of how I am planning on approaching it, and I'm currently approaching it. I'm just getting rid of some of the ideas that are maybe less worth pursuing right now by just making quick videos about them and talking about them. But that's sort of just my tip, I guess. Number one, make it a very, very, very easy process and final product. And then number two, just decide whether or not from there you're satisfied or not. And if you're not, then develop it further. And yeah, just act fast on inspiration. Otherwise, it's just never going to get created. All right, that's it for this one. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.